$1.1 million can buy you a townhouse in San Jose, or it can buy you this in Roseville. More than 3,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a dedicated office, a 3-car garage, and a pool with a waterfall. And a backyard that opens to mature oak trees at the Wood Creek Golf Course. Same purchase price, completely different daily life. But this is not a video telling you the Bay Area is bad and Roseville's perfect. That's lazy advice. This is about showing you the trade clearly, so you can decide whether the move actually improves your life. Let me walk you through the home. Then I'll break down who this move makes sense for, who it does not, and what most relocation buyers fail to consider before they even start looking. I'm Jason Flory with Turn the Key Real Estate here in the greater Sacramento region. This is 1681 LaPorte Drive in Roseville, located in the private St. Andrews community. It is currently offered at $1.1 million. The home is single story, just over 3,000 square feet, and sits on approximately 1/3 of an acre. It's listed by Keller Williams Realty. I'm touring it to show you what this price point buys in Roseville. If you're watching from the Bay Area, you may not be trying to spend less. Many of our relocation clients have strong incomes and meaningful equity. The problem is not affordability in the traditional sense. The problem is value. They look at what their money buys near San Jose, Fremont, Walnut Creek, or the Peninsula, then they compare it with the space, privacy, and flexibility available in Placer County. The question becomes less about whether they can stay and more about what staying requires them to give up. As we tour, look at how the floor plan supports work, family, guests, and the next 10 years of your life. That is the real Bay Area relocation play. Start with the exterior. This is a single-story stucco home with a tile roof, a 3-car attached garage, and a wide driveway. The front landscaping is established and designed to stay manageable. The single-story layout is a major part of the value. It supports young kids, aging parents, long-term guests, and buyers who simply want the entire home on one level. The 3-car garage also creates options for a home gym, bikes, storage, tools, or the gear that tends to take over a Bay Area garage. St. Andrews is an established private community off Wood Creek. You get mature trees, wider lots, and a neighborhood that feels settled rather than newly built. Shopping, dining, trails, and a major road access nearby. But the street itself feels removed from the activity. That balance matters. Most relocation buyers do not want isolation. They want breathing room without losing access to the things they use every week. Study the neighborhood, not just the house. Drive your real routes and check the distance to family, work, the airport, restaurants, and fitness. Walk through the front door and the home opens immediately. The columns are arched, ceiling details define the formal living and dining areas without closing them behind walls. That creates long sight lines from the front of the house towards the backyard. You get natural light, a sense of scale, and a visual connection to the pool and oak trees before you ever step outside. The formal space allows you flexibility. It can remain a traditional living and dining room, or become a reading area, second conversation space, or expanded dining room. In a tighter home, every room has one job. Here, the layout can adapt as your life changes. Your dining table does not need to double as an office, and your guest room does not need to hold the exercise equipment. The space gives each part of your life somewhere to go. The kitchen sits at the center of the home. You have a solid wood cabinetry, tile counters, a center island with a prep sink, a breakfast bar, stainless appliances, and pantry storage. I also want to be honest about the finishes. This is not a brand new white cabinet kitchen designed for social media. A buyer may choose to update parts of it over time, but the expensive part to recreate is already here. The scale, the storage, the island, and the connection to the main living areas. The kitchen opens directly to the family room and breakfast nook. Whoever is cooking remains connected to the rest of the house. You can see the backyard. You can talk with guests. You can keep an eye on what is happening without everybody crowded into the same work area. When you evaluate a relocation home, separate cosmetic decisions from structural value. Paint, counters, fixtures, and appliances can change. Lot size, room placement, ceiling height, garage capacity, and backyard privacy are much harder to create later. This kitchen gives you the footprint to make it your own without needing to redesign the way the entire house functions. The family room is the everyday center of the home. The brick fireplace anchors the space. The vaulted ceiling adds volume, and the wall off the windows brings the backyard into the room. This is where the scale of the home becomes useful. You can have a full-size sectional, a real media setup, and enough space for people to move throughout the room without walking between the couch and the television every time they head outside. Off the kitchen, the breakfast nook gives you a casual space for daily meals, coffee, homework, or a laptop. The formal dining area can remain available for holidays and larger gatherings instead of carrying every meal and every task. Relocation decisions are usually won or lost in ordinary moments. Making breakfast while someone else works, hosting family without disrupting the whole house, and having people over without moving furniture first. The floor plan distributes the space well enough to support those moments. Now we move into one of the strongest parts of the floor plan, the secondary bedrooms. A full bathroom and the dedicated office sit in their own wing. The bedrooms are sized to work for children, adult guests, or long-term family. They have natural light, proper closets, and enough separation from the primary suite to create privacy. For many relocation buyers, the office is not optional. Remote work and hybrid work changed what buyers require from a home. A desk in the corner of a bedroom may work temporarily, but it's not a long-term plan for someone taking calls, managing a team, or working across different schedules. This office gives you a door, separation from the main living area, and distance from the primary suite that supports focused work without forcing the rest of the household to stay quiet. Here's the question I ask Bay Area buyers. What problem are you trying to solve with the move? If the answer is only, I want a bigger house, it's not specific enough. Maybe you need private workspaces, room for extended family visits, or enough space to host holidays. The right home solves those specific problems. This wing solves several of them. The primary suite sits on the opposite side of the home from the secondary bedrooms. That separation creates privacy you feel every day. The bedroom has room for a king-size bed, additional furniture, and a sitting area without making circulation tight. It also connects directly to the backyard, so the pool and covered patio become part of the primary suite experience. If you currently live in a house where every bedroom shares a wall, the difference is immediate. You can start your morning without waking the entire house. Guests can stay in the opposite wing. Different schedules become easier to manage. Listing photos show room size. They do not fully show separation, sound, movement, or how a home feels with several people using it at once. The primary bathroom includes a deep soaking tub, dual vanity, separate walk-in shower, and substantial counter and storage space. As with the kitchen, a buyer may decide to update the finishes, but the layout already gives you room to work. You are not trying to force 2 sinks, storage, a shower, and a tub in a narrow footprint. That distinction matters when you compare homes. Cosmetic updates can be planned and completed over time. Expanding a bathroom usually means moving walls, changing plumbing, and spending far more money to gain the same function. Here, you can use the bathroom comfortably now and make design changes later if they matter to you. Now we get to the feature that changes this from a large house into a different lifestyle. The covered patio extends the living space outside. Beyond it, you have an in-ground pool with a natural rock waterfall, room to lounge, and a view towards mature oak trees and the Wood Creek Golf Course. The setting provides openness without making the yard feel exposed. Instead of looking directly into another house, your view carries past the rear fence into established trees and green space. For a Bay Area buyer, this is where the comparison stops being theoretical. Finding the square footage, lot, pool, privacy, and view together is a much harder search. The backyard changes how you use the home. Friends and family have a reason to gather here, and you can step away from work without getting in a car. There is responsibility attached to it. A pool requires maintenance. In a larger home, costs more to heat, cool, insure, furnish, and maintain. Decide whether what you gain is worth what it requires. Let us put the relocation play into plain language. At $1.1 million, this home gives you a single-story layout, more than 3,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a dedicated office, a 3-car garage, a pool, and approximately 1/3 of an acre. In many Bay Area markets, that same budget may put you into a townhouse, a smaller detached home, an older property on a tighter lot, or a location that still requires you to compromise on the commute. Start with work. If you must be in San Jose 5 days a week, Roseville is probably not the right primary residence for you. I would rather tell you that before you tour homes than after you make a move. A long commute can erase the lifestyle improvement you are trying to create. If you are remote, hybrid, with limited office days, changing roles, or no longer tied to a South Bay job center, the equation changes. You may be able to exchange proximity you no longer use for space and flexibility you'll use every day. Next, look at your monthly payment, not just the sale price. Interest rate, property taxes, insurance, HOA dues, utilities, pool care, and maintenance all matter. A bigger house does not automatically mean a lower monthly cost. Then look at the problems the new home solves. Does it create room for family visits, let you stay longer, or provide the yard, garage, and entertaining space that you've been trying to add? Finally, consider life outside of the house. Roseville provides access to Placer County employment centers, shopping, dining, outdoor recreation, Sacramento National Airport, and the Sierras. But your people and professional obligations may still be in the Bay Area. That distance is a real trade-off. The smart move is not leaving the Bay Area because somebody online told you your money goes further. The smart move is identifying which location gives your household the strongest combination of time, space, flexibility, and financial control. This home makes sense for the buyer who values single-story living, wants a true office, needs separation for family or guests, and will actually use the backyard. It makes sense for someone who would rather update finishes over time than compromise on the lot, floor plan, garage, or setting. It does not make sense if pool care and a larger lot feel like obligations, or if your daily commute still requires you to be deep in the South Bay. That's how you make a relocation decision without getting distracted by square footage or polished listing photo. You define what the move must improve, then you test the home against that standard. So are you crazy for thinking about leaving the Bay Area? No, but do you need to be precise about what you are moving toward? My job is not to make you feel better about a move, but my job is to make you better at making that move, more educated, more prepared. If you want to tour this home, compare Roseville with Rockland, Granite Bay, Folsom, or Eldorado Hills, or build a relocation plan around your actual work and family situation, book 15 minutes to chat. The link's in the description, or call me directly at 916-953-1100. I'm Jason Flory with Turn the Key Real Estate. I'll see you in the next one.